Gin and tonic. He back pulling up the drink with more questions. Marquett, do you think your brand fits your online persona? Being CEO of multiple companies and talking about the pimping seems a bit off. That's a good question, my brother. I think the most important thing we have to know is that the human being is dynamic, meaning there are many parts of the human character, many recesses. Unlike most people, I wear a shirt instead of showing up to the live session butt-ass naked. Steve, bro, put some drawers on, my boy.
Hey, Marquett, you need to fix this, man. I don't know what my man's doing, bro. I don't know what he's doing. I'm scared. I'm scared.
Okay.
No, nigga, stop. Don't dance.
Butt-ass naked right now. Look. Steve, I'm gonna get to you. Give me 1 second. Let me answer this question, Steve. I'm gonna get right with you, brother. So number one, does my online persona fit with being the CEO of multiple companies? My biggest goal in life is not to have a persona. So when I'm online and I'm talking about the pimping, it comes from a real place. It doesn't come from a fairy tale land. It's my real lifestyle, and it's been my lifestyle since I was a child. It's in the blood. Further, when I say that I'm a boxer, that's my real lifestyle. When I say that online, it's not a persona. When I say that, in the comments, you might see me on the YouTube comments say, you wouldn't even make eye contact with me in real life. Or I might say, I'll slap the shit out of you in real life, which is true. If you ever talk to anybody who knows me personally, they will tell you, yes, to this day, Marquett will slap the shit out of you if you get crazy, right? So it's never a persona. I really am who I say I am. I'm really a graduate of the University of California, Berkeley, and the Johns Hopkins University. And if you read my book, The Black Box, this book right here, which the link to buy it is in the description. If you read this book, it will tell you literally about stories with me being in college at the University of California, Berkeley, and getting into brawls at the University of California, Berkeley, because I'm still the same person. I still stand on the same values. And the reason I say saint and sinner is to explain the duality of the human soul. My primary goal is to be saintly, to show you tremendous amounts of regard, respect, and love. But when you cross the wrong line, then you will meet the sinner. Now, in terms of pimping is just a job description in a capitalist economy. That's all it is. Somebody is always a pimp and somebody's always a hoe. Somebody's always a master, somebody's always a slave. Nietzsche will tell you that. I'm breaking it down in language that's understandable to the layman. But all I'm doing is speaking of an age-old reality which shows a power dynamic of one party dominating and the other party being dominated. So I'm teaching you about the pimping, how to be on the correct side of the dynamic, the powerful side. And that's what I always try to do. And a pimp is certainly a businessman that sends products out into the world. So being the CEO of multiple companies makes perfect sense for me. But yeah, do I think that it's shortened up my money in some regards? Absolutely. But what I realize is the way that I live, I've already made more money than I have a good purpose for. Overwhelming majority of my income I give to 7 different causes, which I'm not going to tell you all of what they are. But one of them is a shelter in Pasadena for women and children. Not because I promote laziness, but I think that in childhood, if you are struggling in tremendous poverty, you may end up being scarred for life from that poverty. So I donate to the women and children shelter because I don't think women should be left unto themselves. I don't think women are fit to try to care for a child on their own. So this particular charity that I donate to is church-based, and they put the woman under the guidance of male leadership. I'm not even a Christian, but I donate to this thing because I like how they get down. So most of my money goes to charities anyways. So if people try to slow up my money, they can't hurt me. I'm unstoppable at this point. I already got too many income streams. You dig?
I feel like honesty is the thing that truly makes an amazing brand. If you take a look at like Kanye West, he's a very honest individual, and that almost makes him like the most unique individual in terms of brand. When I look at your brand, I'm like, I could tell you're being very genuine, because sometimes it's not what you would want to hear. It's not like, because you can tell when I'm around so many influencers out in LA. and I'm around people who do social media. And number one, I see they're all worried about what they post, how it's going to make them look, this and that, versus what is it that you like? Explain to people who you are and where you're coming from, because that is a well that it will never run dry, right? But what will run dry one day is all that fake shit you keep posting up every fucking day, you know, of how you look and who you're with and doing this and that, you know. The authenticness is amazing. And I think that'll never, your money will only grow because you'll find more authentic people that resonate with you, and they'll follow you for a long way. I can already tell you, Marquett, I will be here for a very long time. I can already tell off the bat. A lot of people never had this trait that you have, and it's amazing.
I appreciate that affirmation, brother. And you know what? You've reminded me of so many important things. The thing about that comment there, and that's such an important question that I get all the time. And I do want to highlight some things that should be obvious. And Jabrizi, you just reminded me of it. It's very clear that Marquett Devon Burton does not want to be a YouTuber or a YouTube influencer. Think about it. I don't warn anybody before I go live. I just go live when I feel like it. There'd be a lot more people on if you guys knew in advance. Secondly, look at the videos that I make. I made a video called "What Does the Quran Say?" That's not going to get traction, right? Like I've made so many videos. He like that. He went with it. Like, I've made so many videos that are not going to get traction either because a young person said, "Marquett, I'm really struggling with this particular thing," and I knew, I was like, "Bro, you the only motherfucker struggling with it, but I'm gonna still make you a video just for you because I connected with you." And further, all these guys are trying to be pickup artists. I'm trying to create a community that's not about me. I'm trying to create a community that's about you. I'm trying to create a community where you guys can engage with one another and share your wisdom, because I know that I'm not your guru. I know that I don't have all the answers. And in the description, you'll see a consultation link to get a consultation with me. The reason we did that is because people will reach out to Bridget, and she's so sweet and nice, she'll just schedule the consultation just because you asked for it, right? When in reality, I have to turn down a lot of money telling people, I want you to spend this money to talk to somebody who really knows this area. That is genuine. I could collect a lot of money, but if a motherfucker comes to me and say, "Hey, I'm struggling with alcoholism," I'm going to tell him, "Brother, I so in my heart want you to get rid of that problem that I wouldn't waste your time talking to me. Take this money and use it to get real resources. Let me send you a couple resources you can use." Or people will ask me like, "Hey, how do I grow my Instagram?" or "How do I grow my YouTube?" I'm like, I don't even know how to grow YouTube. I have no clue how to grow a YouTube following. I'm just talking about the things that I know well. But I do know a young lady named Brianna. And so I say, "Hey, I have a friend who is an expert in growing YouTube audiences. You can pay her. Don't pay me." And that's what you guys really got to do, just like Jabrizi said, is be fucking real. Because it's so rare, and in today's age where cameras are everywhere, if someone's fake, we're going to find out, right? Like if I'm not really what I say, for sure you're going to see a video called "Exposing the Saint and the Sinner," right? But that video will never be made because I've always been the same person. And when you read this book right here, which I wrote for you, not for me, you're going to read and say, wow, there are some things that have been consistent in this individual since he was a 4-year-old child. And the only reason I write that is because who you are today, you get to choose. And I hope that there'll be some things in this book that you say, damn, I can do that too. Marquett's not a Superman. He's a normal guy just like me.